More hypocrisy. I'm Jeff Stein with today's Iowa Politics Report. The last time I talked about New York Governor Andrew Cuomo in this segment was last summer, as many Democrats were trying to figure out a way for him to get the party's presidential nomination at convention because they thought he'd be a stronger candidate than Joe Biden. Turns out they may have more than party affiliation in common, given the allegations of impropriety that continue to surface, frankly, against both. I've hesitated to point out that Cuomo only needed one unsubstantiated accusation from 3 decades before to lead him to call for Brett Kavanaugh to not only withdraw as a Supreme Court nominee, but essentially to withdraw from human life altogether. But now Cuomo believes he needs due process and an investigation when the allegations, contemporary ones, not ones from when he was in high school or college, are against him. I've hesitated because some of you note that hypocrisy is so rampant in American politics these days it's hardly news. Agreed, but as has also been pointed out to me, failure to call it out means sort of accepting it, and the governor's behavior in public and private needs to be pointed out. It's one thing to callously send thousands of inconveniently ill seniors to certain infection and death through an executive order. That's bad enough. Altering data and covering it up is worse. By the way, those last 2 statements are confirmed as facts by health officials and some of his own team. All that is one thing. It's another to violate the personal space of another human face to face in an abuse of power based on a feeling of invincibility. Not once, not twice, but if allegations are to be believed, 6 times. By the way, I do believe in due process, but for all. And I believe in coverage of allegations for all. The 6th Cuomo accuser is making claims of physical violation that are being investigated as a criminal offense. Now, you may not have heard much about that because suddenly the formerly mainstream media has moved on. The governor says he won't resign because politicians are calling for it, because he was elected by the people. I wonder if the people feel 6 is the tipping point number. And that's the Iowa Politics Report for Friday, March 12 on Twitter, Instagram, and Parler at Iowa Politics. I'm Jeff Stein on News Talk 1540 KXEL.